This is one of hundreds, maybe thousands of fans armed with the Jolly Roger that has become the symbol for the Pirates' march to Bucktober. It's the Pirates and Reds Game 1 coming up from PNC Park, final home series of the regular season. National League Central Division standings, the Cardinals a game up on the Bucks a game up on the Reds. Hi again, everyone. Along with Steve Blass, I'm Tim Neverett. Robbie Inspukowski will join us in a bit. You know it's a big series when Steve brings out the heavy artillery. But, Steve, really no series bigger than this one right now.
Yeah, we've been talking about big series all season long, but that's all right to build up to this one because it's not only the biggest, it's also the last. So Pirate fans getting a chance to come out. You know, it's no longer a matter of getting into postseason play. The Pirates are going to play after the regular season. Now it's a march to get to that division title, and it starts here against the Cincinnati Reds.
The Pirates this year against the Reds are 7-6, but you look at these numbers, Steve, very, very close.
Yeah, I mean, go up and down the chart, wins and home wins, up and down. The only real difference is in caught stealing, but even the same number of batters been hit by a pitch, so we'll keep an eye on that because Mr. Walker, Mr. Chu, these guys get hit on a pretty regular basis, but it is a head-to-head matchup, and only fitting. 9 games left, 6 of them head-to-head with these two teams.
So Game 1 with Cincinnati coming up here from PNC Park. The fans are pouring into the ballpark tonight. Kids are excited. Everybody's ready to go, and they want to raise the Jolly Roger when this one's done. Reds, Pirates, lineups and first pitch coming up.
Expect to win, committed to the goal to the very end. To stop, quit, or retreat is not an option. That's the heart of a champion. I am champion, born to win and determined. I'm a champion.
Well, the Pirates want to be champions, and along with World Series champion Steve Blass, I'm Tim Neverett. Glad to be with you at PNC Park tonight for a big one. The first game of this 3-game set between the Pirates and the Reds. The Reds chasing the Bucks by just a game, starting this one tonight. And the Pirates still chasing the Cardinals by just a game in an extremely tight divisional race. Francisco Liriano, he is very good here at PNC Park. 8-1 in 10 starts. However, the one loss, Steve, was to the Reds.
Yeah. This is what we've been really building up to. All those big series we talked about. Well, it should be building up to a crescendo of this one. You know, you talk about winning. Winning gets in your gut. It really gets in your gut, and it's what you live for. It's what you do. It's what you dream about, and it's what you work for. And forget about being tired right now. It's adrenaline time. You got that finish line out in front of you, and they're heading out to do some work toward that very end right now.
And here comes Francisco leading the Bucks out. And a capacity crowd here at PNC Park in a city that has caught Bucko fever. Take a look at the Cincinnati Reds lineup, written up by Dusty Baker. Shin-Soo Choo leads off. Brandon Phillips batting second. Joey Votto third. Ryan Ludwig in the cleanup spot. Jay Bruce, 4 straight multi-hit games. He's been on fire lately. Todd Frazier, Zach Cozart, Punxsutawney's Devin Mesoraco will bat 8th, and the pitcher Matt Latos bats 9th against Pirate left-hander Francisco Liriano, who is having a terrific season. 16 wins and 7 losses.
His numbers brought to you by Chevrolet. As Tim said, he has been terrific in this ballpark. He has been very hot most of the year. When he has been cold, it's not much in between. So you want him to be at his best, and when he has been at his best, he's just been untouchable. 16-7 in this big-time comeback year. And you know, everybody talks, not everybody, but there's been some discussion about hit batters and everything. Francisco Liriano has not hit a batter this year. So
I think he's got good aim.
Yeah, he does.
Defensively for the Pirates tonight in left field, Jose Tabata. Andrew McCutchen is in center field. Marlon Byrd, the right fielder. Pedro Alvarez, Jordy Mercer, Neil Walker, Justin Morneau, the infield. Russell Martin back behind the plate after 2 games off, catching Liriano tonight. And Andrew McCutchen, MVP candidate. And you talk to a lot of folks, not only Around Pittsburgh, obviously, there's probably a little bit of swing towards saying, yeah, Andrew's the MVP. But when you hear people from all over the country now weigh in on the MVP race, Andrew McCutchen's name seems to be at the top of the list.
Boy, I'll tell you, Tim, I feel like Flounder from Animal House. Boy, this is great. Not only for the Pirates, but for the Pirate fans.
There's the pitch to Shin-Soo Choo, and it's outside for ball one. Choo hitting .285, 21 homers, and he has done a terrific job for Cincinnati, taking over the leadoff spot this year in his first year with the Reds. And a ground ball to Walker. This is how the ball game begins. 1 out.
And the fans, they're revved up. That first pitch that was thrown, they're revved up. The ground ball to Neil Walker at second base, they're revved up. So, yeah, it's not just about the Pirates. It's about all of those people who have been waiting for this series and are revved up. These are Bucco Fever fans.
A lot of folks dressed for the occasion. Standing room only on the rotunda in left field. And they'll only fill that in as the night goes on. This one just getting underway, and fans still pouring over the Clemente Bridge down Federal Street and into PNC Park. Brandon Phillips, 101 runs batted in for Phillips. A lot of those coming from the cleanup spot. He had been hitting fourth for a good part of the year for Dusty Baker. But with the return of Ryan Ludwig, after Ludwig's lengthy stay on the disabled list, Phillips back in the second spot in the order behind Choo. 2 balls, no strikes to Phillips.
And you're already starting to hear chants of let's go Bucks. It's the Reds batting in the top of the first with 1 out, nobody on, and you're starting to hear let's go Bucks. I love it. I love it.
Liriano looking for his first win against Cincinnati this year. It's a team he's struggled with. And he starts off with a 3-0 count against Phillips.
And you don't want Liriano upstairs. You don't want him working up high. You want him down. When he miss underneath the strike zone. It could be a little adrenaline on his part right now also.
And he's walked him on 4 pitches, so the Reds have a base runner.
All upstairs. You know, Liriano is pitching on the right night. I don't want him pitching tomorrow night because that 0-3 record lifetime against the Cincinnati Reds, all at the hands of Mike Leake, who we are going to see tomorrow.
Ray Searage, Pirates pitching coach,
no,
keeping a close eye on.
It's Homer Bailey, so we're not going to see that.
Yeah, Homer Bailey will pitch tomorrow night.
Not bad. Leaky research on my part.
Joey Votto at the plate. Votto takes upstairs, throw down, and Phillips is safe.
And Russell Martin made that closer than I thought it was going to be because Phillips was just flat out off to the races. Massive jump.
Just the 5th stolen base of the season for Brandon Phillips, and he stole this one off Liriano. Good throw by Martin, but Liriano was the guy Phillips stole it off of.
And that wasn't even a big lead, but he just got going so early. Am I guessing right? Whatever it was, it worked.
It's 2-0 to Votto. So 6 straight balls thrown by Liriano. Joey Votto leads the National League in walks, intentional walks, and on base percentage. Trying to lead the National League in walks for the 3rd straight season, and on base percentage for the 4th straight year. 2-1.
Yeah, 2-1, but still upstairs, even with that strike, upstairs. The song from Top Gun, In the Danger Zone.
2-1 pitch coming from Liriano. Votto swings and misses. 2-2.
That's the neighborhood you want, Francisco. Breaking ball on the outside corner.
Well, Joey Votto's a guy that Liriano's got to control this game tonight, and also Jay Bruce still coming up. Those 2 left-handers are a combined 2 for 16 against Liriano this year. This one's to the right side. Morneau will handle it. There are 2 men out.
Nicely done. Breaking ball way outside, and Votto trying to turn it back over. Just no problem to first base.
So with a runner at third against Liriano, guy who spent a little time in Pittsburgh as a Pirate coming to the plate, and Ryan Ludwig. Ludwig has had some back issues in the past. In fact, when he came over at the trading deadline here a couple of seasons ago, the back problem put him on the shelf, so he missed a little time at that point in time. And he had surgery to repair the torn labrum in his right shoulder. And didn't come back until the 12th of August. And debuted this year at Chicago against the Cubs.
I'm almost convinced that Francisco is a little amped up when he first got out there, and that will cause you to rush a little bit, get the body out in front because you're excited, and it'll take the ball upstairs. Looks better now.
Ludwig, line shot, base hit, 1-0 Cincinnati as Phillips scores. RBI number 11 for Ryan Ludwig, and the Reds strike first in this series.
Take a look at the pitch. It's not center cut, so you give Ludwig a little credit. He was upstairs probably a little higher than you'd like it to be.
Well, Phillips knows this is a meaningful run to start this series. And again, for Liriano, the walk comes back to bite. We saw that in the San Diego series. A few guys that were walked by Pirates pitchers, including Charlie Morton, came back to haunt them. So 1-0 Cincinnati. Jay Bruce, an 0-1 count.
No mistakes to Jay Bruce, please.
And Bruce to left field. Tabata will play it. And the Reds will get a run on one hit, and they'll leave a man. And after a half inning at PNC Park, it's the Reds 1 and the Pirates coming to bat against Matt Latos. We'll lead off as we look at our Toyota starting lineup. Neil Walker will be in the second spot. Yesterday, his second career 4-hit, 3 RBI game. It included a 2-run home run. Andrew McCutcheon bats third. Justin Morneau batting cleanup. Marlon Byrd fifth. Pedro Alvarez sixth. Russell Martin in the seventh spot. Jordy Mercer hitting eighth. And Liriano, the pitcher, bats ninth against Cincinnati right-hander Matt Latos.
31st start of the year. Take a look at his numbers. He has a complete game. It was against the Cardinals fairly recently, as they have tried to ride Latos and the other starters into postseason play. 14-6, his former San Diego Padre. Just 25 years old. It seems like he's been around a long time, and he really has. Got to the big leagues early.
Got to the big leagues early. He's been very consistent, but has matured as a pitcher, and again at the right young age of 25. He does have a lot of experience. Seems to be getting better and better each year.
Last time out against Milwaukee, they got to him a little bit. 6 2/3 innings, 5 earned runs. Now they could have come late during the 7th inning. Could be the case.
Jose Tabata takes strike one. 277 hitter is Tabata. He has spent a lot of time in the leadoff role without Starling Marte in the lineup. Marte also not in the lineup tonight. Marte has made it to the ballpark. He and his wife celebrating the birth of a son late last night. So he is here tonight and available.
Not too many subtleties with the big man. He's 6'6", 245, Matt Latos.
And Tabata hits one well to left field. Way back it goes. Home run, Jose Tabata. That ties the game at 1.
Well, the lightning rod appears again at PNC Park in the form of Jose Tabata with a rocket shot well into the crowd over the left field fence, and Ludwig just turned around and looked at it. That got out of here in a hurry. You talk about answering a run that they scored in the top of the first inning. That's the way to answer it.
A little bit of energy in that dugout, and Neil Walker hits one well to center, and this one is gone. Back-to-back jacks to start the first inning. Pirates in front 2-1. How do you like Baker buckles early in the ball game. Holy smokes! Wow! Double! Wow! 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 Tabata, Walker, and those fans on the Clemente Bridge better hurry up. Now McCutchen. Jose Tabata hits the first one out. Went down and got it. One to McCutchen.
Oh, I'll tell you, what a way to start this series against the Cincinnati Reds. You couldn't have written this script. You could not have written this script. It's early, but I'm liking the script.
Neil Walker with his second home run in as many days, his 12th of the season.
And these aren't cheap home runs. Left center, right center.
Pirates earlier in the homestand against the Cubs went back to back to back, but they've been back to back so far. And Walker's just to the right of the bushes. What a sight. 2-2 pitch. Count is throw to McCutchen.
That was such a great shot. The back of the fans are kind of half in shadow, like some of the old video you used to see from the 30s and 40s. Yeah, that one, I love that look. The ballpark itself looks newer, but that's an old baseball look there. That's great.
And ball 4, McCutchen's aboard. This isn't the first time the Pirates have had back-to-back home runs to lead off a game against Cincinnati. Jose Tabata and Andrew McCutchen did it on April 17, 2011, when McCutchen was a leadoff hitter. And Tabata batted second. And tonight, Tabata involved again. Walker in the 2-hole hit it out.
You couldn't start this kind of series any more dramatically. I mean, you just flat out couldn't. These fans have already gotten a treat. Hope it gets better.
Justin Morneau looking for his first homer as a Pirate. Takes a fastball at 93 from Latos for strike 1.
One of my tips of the game was Stan and Teak get to Latos early.
Fourth time in club history that back-to-back homers led off a game. 0-1 to Morneau. Infield base hit. First and second, nobody out.
Maybe we should get out that old AC/DC song. You shook me all night long for Matt Latos to sing.
Well, Pirates getting to him early, and Dusty Baker is going to come out of the dugout and visit with his starting pitcher. Morneau strokes this one to right field. 3 hits and 4 batters, including a walk. And how often do you see this? A manager coming out to talk to his starting pitcher with nobody out in the first.
I've seen it because he's one of his studs. He just wants to come out and give him a breather, tell him he still believes in him, still has faith in him. These things happen. This guy is good. He's 14-6. So it's kind of a reassurance. Hey, I'm your manager. You're one of my men. So hang in there. I think it's an appropriate thing for Dusty Baker, for his guy.
Matt Latos has thrown 12 pitches in the game, and it's 2-1.
I had Bill Verdon come out and ask me, hey, are you trying when something like this happened? And I said yes, and he went back. So it can happen.
Oh, 2 on and nobody out. And the batter for the Pirates has been a good run producer this season, Marlon Byrd. Bird has 83 runs batted in. Ball 1 to Bird. Bird ended up with 1 hit in yesterday's game. Francisco Liriano probably a bit relieved after giving up a run in the first. Now has a 1-run lead. And a strike to Bird, 1-1. You mentioned it, Latos just young. He's 25. But he's big, 6'6", 244. Lives in San Diego, grew up in Florida. And the 1-1 to Bird. Now it's 1-2 as Bird took that on the inside edge of the plate.
There was kind of almost a hesitation, right arm going up from home plate umpire Mark Carlson. Working behind the dish. Rest of the crew.
Yep, Mark Carlson calling balls and strikes. Davey Davis is the crew chief. And Sonia and Brian Knight, the other base umpires. Back-to-back home runs, Tabata and Walker to start the inning. And Bird slowly hits it to short. Flipped on to Phillips, and the double play. McCutcheon safe at third. And this will bring up Pedro Alvarez next, but Zach Cozart able to start this double play.
Well, this is what good pitchers do when they're getting knocked around a little bit. They find a way to hold the fort, minimize damage, and that's a big item right there for Matt Latos. If the Cincinnati Reds win this ballgame, they will come back to that very play.
Well, Pedro trying to get McCutcheon in from third. And Alvarez yesterday with his 34th home run tied the club record for home runs by a third baseman in a single season with 34. He now shares that record with Aramis Ramirez. And he wants that record all to himself. Tied with Paul Goldschmidt of Arizona for the league lead in home runs. One-0 pitch from Latos. 2-0.
I wonder what those fans on the bridge were thinking when those 2 home runs back to back. I wonder what's going on in this ballpark.
Well, they were thinking, why didn't we get here earlier?
Yeah. Of course, they can see the side scoreboards from the bridge. There was a lot of noise.
To the right side, Phillips. What a play by Phillips. He saved the run. But the Pirates get 2 in an exciting fashion as Jose Tabata knocks his 6th one of the year out of the yard to left to make it a 1-1 game. And then Neil Walker, the Pittsburgh kid, untied it with home run number 12. It's 2-1 after 1.
By Toyota. Now's the time to go places with Toyota. Visit buyatoyota.com for special offers. And by PNC Bank for the achiever in you. Let's go Bucks.
Pirates 2, Reds 1. Back-to-back home runs to start the bottom of the inning. Tabata and Walker. And this place was electric. Hip, hip, Jose is right. So Liriano on the top of the second inning facing Todd Frazier. Fouls it back for strike 1. On the bottom of the screen, you can see the AT&T tweets. Fans already making the comments. Cannonballs in the forecast over Pittsburgh. Frazier now strike 2. 0-2 to Frazier.
I wonder if they had a rope tied around Greg over on the radio side.
There he is.
Yeah.
That's Greg Brown right there.
Good call, Greg.
He's excited. 0-2. He got him. Strike 3. Martin will have to throw it down. The ball in the dirt. But Frazier is gone. That's the first strikeout by Liriano.
And that's a signature of Francisco Liriano, getting guys to swing way over top of breaking balls down way under the strike zone. This is not hittable. It's not a hittable pitch. And game after game after game, he has thrown a big-time number of those kind of pitches that people just can't lay off. That's been great. You can't do anything with that ball.
So the Pirates now as a staff are just 4 strikeouts shy of tying the club record, which was set by last year's team. The record is 1,192 strikeouts in a season. The Pirates staff seems poised not only to break that, but to shatter it. And a little comebacker. And Cozart is out.
I wonder, Tim, if I found out one thing that they don't keep track of. Swings and misses on balls that are not going to be called strikes downstairs.
I'm sure
that are underneath the strike zone that would not be possibly called strikes, swings and misses.
You know, one thing that Clint Hurdle was talking about is a number that he wants the Pirates to keep track of, and that is blocks on balls in the dirt that prevent base runners from moving up 90 feet. And Russell Martin, he feels, has saved a lot of 90s, as he calls them. And Tony Sanchez a few also. He likes the blocking ability of Sanchez, the experience of Buck, and of course Martin has been doing a terrific job defensively. Garrett Cole, how about Cole's effort yesterday? 12 strikeouts in 6 innings. Career high for him. He got his 9th win of the year. Little tapper down to third base. Alvarez will field it, throw it, and he gets Mesoraco. Strong inning for Liriano. It only took him 8 pitches to retire 3 Cincinnati Reds. Last powered by Zambelli Fireworks tomorrow, 7:05 as the Bucks host the Reds, and afterward, Neon Trees will take the stage to perform all their hits like Everybody Talks and Animal. If you already have tickets, get your passes to watch the show from the field. Pirates.com/concerts. Big night tonight, big night tomorrow, big afternoon on Sundays. Pirates wrap up their home portion of the regular season before hitting the road to take on Chicago and then back to Cincinnati next weekend. Jose Tabata talking to Jay Bell. Bell had a lot of big hits in his career. Jose Tabata just had one of his big hits.
And stay hot, Neil Walker. Andrews getting it going on Friday night. The energy. This is adrenaline right now. You forget about the long season, the drag, the grind. You got what, 9 games left.
Russell Martin starts the bottom of the second for the Pirates. Strike 1. Martin had the last 2 games off. Tony Sanchez catching yesterday, and John Buck the game before. He also worked with Jeff Locke on Tuesday against San Diego. Clint Hurdle making a comment a couple of days ago that with 3 catchers and depth at the position, they wanted to give Russell the appropriate rest for the weekend. And Martin hits one in the air to right field. Jay Bruce will settle underneath it. 1 gone. 1 out for the Pirates as Russell Martin is 0 for 1. Bertos now will face Jordy Mercer. Mercer had a good game yesterday, 2 for 5, single double and 2 runs scored. A 10-1 win over San Diego. Strike 1 to Jordy. Pirates with a magic number of 4 to start tonight. With a win, they trim it to 3. With a win and a Washington loss to Miami, they could trim it down to 2.
Wouldn't it be great to clinch postseason play this weekend? Let the fans, let all these people be involved in it. They deserve it. They've been waiting.
A.J. Burnett will pitch tomorrow night opposite Homer Bailey. This place looks great, doesn't it?
Nothing like it. I don't think there's anything like it in baseball.
To right field, right at Jay Bruce. 2 out. Fans, football season is underway, and you can get the latest on your favorite teams during Press Conference Tuesday on Root Sports. Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin takes the podium first live at noon, followed by Pitt's Paul Chryst at 1, and WVU head coach Dana Holgerson at 1:30. Press Conference Tuesday every week starting at noon on Root Sports. Francisco Liriano has 3 hits and 43 at bats, hitting .070. Nothing in 1 to Liriano. 1 ball and 1 strike. Upper deck packed tonight. Sellout number 21 expected.
Add to the record.
Chopper over the mound, charging is Phillips. We'll throw out Liriano. And the Pirates going in order in the second. On to the third inning. Pirates 2, Reds 1.
Years and years down the road, Tony Sanchez, the catch and flip into the Padres dugout. He comes out okay, thank goodness, which led to Sanchezing. It was a social media phenomenon on Twitter. And Penguins head coach Dan Bilesma even got in on the act with his version of Sanchezing, even though he used a goalie's catcher's meant to do it. And Coach Bilesma is here right now in the Bucs social suite, taking in a very entertaining game so far. Dan, what were your impressions? You played baseball as a kid growing up. What were your impressions of that catch that Tony made?
Oh, it was fantastic. It was unbelievable. I mean, he's heading over there, puts himself in danger, throws it all out there. I talked to him a little bit earlier today. That's all he said he was. He was putting it all out there, and he sure did.
It was a fantastic catch. And now, earlier this year, you know that the Pirates on a road trip wore Penguins jerseys when the Penguins were in the playoffs. Now it's the other way around. The Pirates are headed toward the playoffs. What's your support like from the Penguins standpoint of this baseball team?
Our guys are planning on right now. They had the roller hockey and the full gear in the dressing room. I think with the Mario Lemieux jersey, 2 of our guys are ready to go full gear and have baseball in our dressing room. And we have a couple things planned. Hopefully we unveil here real soon when the Bucs get to the playoffs.
Fantastic. Now you're in the Bucs social suite tonight. The hashtag is Coach Bilesma. He has taken over the Pirates Twitter on a couple occasions tonight, and that's the hashtag to follow Coach Bilesma tweets. But he's also given away a couple things here. The hashtag for that is Bird Proud. We have a Dan Bilesma Pirates autographed baseball that's going to be given away. An Andrew McCutchen MLB The Show PlayStation Vita signed video game, and a signed Andrew McCutchen first pitch program from tonight. So some good stuff. How are you enjoying tweeting out of the Pirates account tonight, Dan?
I just about missed the back-to-back jacks because I was tweeting out stuff. So I'd rather watch the game than tweet, but I'm getting them out there.
All right, so maybe we shouldn't bother you with this interview the rest of the way.
We got something going on. Frankie's on the mound.
There you go. Tim, how about that? A big baseball fan? How about Dan Bilesma in a Pirates jersey? Looking pretty good.
Yeah, one of my favorite Phoenix Roadrunners ever.
Yep.
Saw Dan play in the minors.
Yep. The coach is into it.
Yeah, he is. That's great. That is really great. 1-2, and Latos down on strikes. 1 down in the third. Bilesma and the Pens back in action tomorrow against the Columbus Blue Jackets. Preseason action over Consol. So, seen him out here a few times this summer. I'm looking forward to seeing the job he does with Team USA in the Olympics as well. That's a great honor. Shin-Soo Choo will lead off.
Francisco Liriano closing in on career strikeout number 1,000. Needs 4 more. High water mark, 1,000 Ks.
Right at Pedro. 2 gone. Well, you know, hockey season still a few weeks away for the games that count, but you can see the Pens back in action tomorrow. Team's 4th preseason game of the year. Pens in Columbus. Blue Jackets coming into the Consol Energy Center starting at 4 o'clock on Root Sports.
Well, the Pirate fans don't have Ryan Brown to kick around booing him anymore, so they take it out on Brandon Phillips, giving him a lot.
Coach Bilesma, he's ready.
Got it going on.
So I like the number he's got. He's got the Clemente jersey. He gets it. And a strike to Phillips. Phillips walked and scored the Reds' lone run in the first inning. It's nice to see the other coaches in the area. We see Mike Tomlin from time to time. Paul Christ was here recently. Jamie Dixon. And then Phillips is out. Another 8-pitch inning for Francisco Liriano, and he has retired 7 straight Reds. 2-1 Bucks midway through the third. Tabata and Walker starting things off here in the bottom of the third inning as the Pirates, on those back-to-back first inning home runs, have a 2-1 lead. With Steve Blass and Robbie Ince-Mikowski, I'm Tim Neverett. Packed house in Pittsburgh tonight as Tabata knocked his 6th home run out of the yard, home run number 6 and RBI number 31. Matt Latos has now given up 14 home runs this season and starts Tabata off with strike 1. To right field, Jay Bruce has been busy. 1 out. It's the third put out for Bruce in right field.
Not much subtlety, as we said, from Matt Latos. Comes over the top, primarily fastball, slider.
Lots of fastballs. First time through the order, about 65% of the time he'll throw a fastball. He'll trim that back a little. Second time through the order so far this season, 58% of the time he has thrown fastballs, and then more sliders.
We're talking about Neil Walker's day yesterday. If you can get this guy hot, what a shot in the arm that would be. You know, you get anybody that's playing every day right now in a real hot streak, you can ride him pretty good, and why not Neil?
Well, Neil's 5 for his last 6 with 2 home runs and 4 RBIs. That's pretty hot. Neil needs to keep it up. He knows it. He can feel it. And he understands what's happening here better than anybody else. He's got a totally different perspective, having grown up here and followed the Pirates and gone to games at Three Rivers Stadium here at PNC Park while in high school. Rips this one foul over by the Pirate dugout, and that is going to be caught. Todd Frazier with a diving stab, and that ends Walker's at bat. And there are now 2 men out in the Pirate third.
That was a total commitment to make that play. It didn't have much height, and got to tip your cap to the Reds' third baseman on that play. Came a long way and gave up the body.
Allegheny Health Network Supermo giving us a good look at that play. A very, very good play by Frazier. Here's McCutcheon. Ball 1 to Andrew. Barrel Automotive League leaders stat. On base percentage since the All-Star break. McCutcheon on top of the list. 2 other participants in the game, Joey Votto and Shin-Soo Choo, on the list. Barrel, we're driven to be better. 1-1 to McCutcheon. Andrew, a 2020 guy. He has 199 RBIs in his career at PNC Park. He's just 2 shy of becoming the 3rd player to get 200 in this ballpark. The other 2, Jason Bay had 241 RBIs, and Jack Wilson had 201. That record, or that number for Wilson, should fall very soon, and Bay will be caught at some point next season by McCutcheon. And McCutcheon goes to right field, and back is Bruce. And the Pirates giving Jay Bruce a workout in right field. 3 up and 3 down. We go to the 4th.
Brought to you by Barrel Automotive. We're driven to be better. And by Levin Furniture and the all-new Levin Mattress Stores. For a great deal on a new bed, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks.
Great images of Tony Sanchez from yesterday. The Pirate rookie catcher going all out. It's the finest catch you'll see. A foul ball anywhere. 2-1 Pirates. Top of the fourth inning. Joey Votto leading off. And he takes strike one from Liriano.
Well, they've had a chance to settle in after the fireworks at the bottom of the first inning. Everybody's in place now. Pitchers have gotten their feet on the ground. Some zeros being put up.
Ground ball to the right side. Slowly hit. Warner will field it. And Liriano made sure he touched first. And Votto is out. One gone for the Reds.
Francisco not only getting them out, but keeping them in the infield. A couple of strikeouts and a lot of action on the ground. He was upstairs early, but got on the other side of that and got back to being Francisco.
Well, the man with the only hit of the ball game for Cincinnati is Ryan Ludwig.
They made the most of it.
Got an RBI. Who's 11th, driving in Phillips. And he hits the ball the same direction, but on the ground this time. Mercer throws him out. Things have been pretty tidy for Liriano since giving up that hit to Ludwig. Francisco has retired 9 in a row.
Comfortably.
And Jay Bruce, the batter. Bruce has had a big week. Over the 100 RBI mark. He had a grand slam against the Astros in that recently completed sweep by Cincinnati. Bruce with 103 runs batted in. And he and Brandon Phillips. Phillips with 101. First set of Reds teammates with 100 RBIs each in a season since 1977. Johnny Bench and George Foster. The last two Reds to each have 100 in a season. 0-2 pitch. Got him. Strike three. It took Liriano only 6 pitches that time. Day to day with back spasms. He's not with the team currently, although he may rejoin the team during the course of this series, but not here right now. This season in 23 games, 7-4 and a 2.92 ERA. Johnny Cueto has taken his spot in the rotation. Cueto recently activated from the disabled list. Bottom of the fourth inning, 2-1 Pirates. Justin Morneau will lead off. He's 1 for 1. Strike one to Morneau. One of the key additions that Dusty Baker has at his disposal is Billy Hamilton. We've been hearing so much about the speedster. Stole 4 bases in his first major league start. And that's saying something. Morneau ropes this one to right field. Bruce! Oh, what a catch by Jay Bruce. Morneau thought he beat him to the wall, but Bruce caught up to it. And that is the 5th put out by Jay Bruce in the last 2 1/3 innings.
And that was really well done by the Cincinnati right fielder because Morneau hooked this ball. This ball is hooking away from him. He will reach up. Time is reached at the right point. Full extension. Brought it down. Busy neighborhood.
Marlon Byrd. He takes a strike. Counting the double play that Byrd hit into in the first inning. Latos has put together a pretty long string of retirees.
Both these pitchers have settled in. And some.
286 for Byrd.
You can't look at Latos' arms without thinking about those 2 balls that were tattooed. You've got some serious paint. That's some serious paint.
That is.
And you got to sit still for a long time while they're doing that work.
Well, you got about 4 or 5 months off. I don't know what it is with starting pitchers, but A.J. Burnett had subscribed to that same program. You know, that doesn't come off. That doesn't come off, you know, just in case you're wondering.
Well, if you get a sharp enough knife, it can.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Bird. 2-2. Bird has hit safely in 9 of his last 12 games. 23 home runs. 2 of those with the Pirates. The 2-2 pitch. Tapper down third baseline. It's going to roll foul. Bird knew he didn't get it very well. He got out of the box quickly. With the third baseman Frazier playing deep with him with 2 strikes on him, he thought he might have a chance to beat it out. Votto started with the San Diego Padres and sent over to the Reds in a trade a couple of seasons ago. It has been tough on the Pirates. 5-1 against the Bucks in 10 starts. This is his 5th start this year against Pittsburgh. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Bird. Here's the pitch from Latos. Bird fouls it off to the right. 266 earned run average against Pirates hitters. One out, nobody on. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Marlon Bird.
There aren't too many pitchers in Major League Baseball that are bigger than this man at 6'6", 250 or thereabouts.
Able to check his swing. They get an appeal on to Jerry Davis. Pucci. Count is full, 3-2.
He did not commit enough to get the strike call. Simple as that.
Cincinnati right-hander ready to deliver the payoff pitch to Marlon Bird. Up high, ball 4, and the Pirates have a base runner in the bottom of the 4th. MLB.com at Bat is celebrating 5 years as your #1 mobile app for live baseball, available for iPhone, iPad, Android, BlackBerry 10, and Windows Phone 8. At Bat delivers Pirates baseball with live audio, pitch tracking, stats, highlights, and more. Text at Bat to 31826 or visit Pirates.com for details. Alvarez thought he might have had a base hit to right field in the first inning, but Brandon Phillips took one away. A super play going to his left.
Saved a run.
And McCutchen was at third at the time. Pedro off the end of the bat foul. Yesterday, Pedro Alvarez, a no-doubter, a 422-foot blast in the 4th inning for his 34th home run. That ended an 0-for-18 skid for Pedro. Pedro hits them in bunches, and this would be a pretty good time to start hitting them in bunches.
And he hits them a long way. When you almost get the ball over that seating section in right center field, that is a tater.
1 ball, 1 strike to Alvarez. Career high 93 runs batted in. Pedro has a decent week this week. He could eclipse the 100 RBI mark. One and 1 to Pedro. 1 out, Bird at first. One and 2. Let's compare from a year ago to right now. His average was better a year ago, but his run production's way up. 5 more home runs, 13 more runs batted in.
I'd make that deal.
Yeah, we'll drop an average for the production.
Big guys aren't good at, for the most part, be big-time average guys. But you know Pedro's not happy with 227. You know that. It's not about the number of hits, it's the number of runs that the team scores. The runs you knock in.
Hitting coach Jay Bell. Assistant hitting coach Jeff Branson on his left.
Former Cincinnati Red, Jeff Branson. I wonder if Jeff Branson's ever been to Branson, Missouri. Good chance in there. 50-50 chance?
50-50 chance. Okay. You want to ask him tomorrow?
Nope.
2-2 pitch coming. Way up high. The count full 3-2.
He tried to get a little extra. He got a little extra, 95 miles an hour, but got out in front of it and left it upstairs.
It's another kind of uniform in the house tonight.
Very impressive looking uniform. It is.
3-2. There goes Bird, and Pedro lines it to right field. A base hit. Bird darts around second, heads for third, and the Buccos with runners at the corners. A base hit for Alvarez.
Good at bat for Pedro. Really good at bat. Downstairs. There's enough lift on it. How those left-handers love to go downstairs and get some lift on the baseball and send Marlon Byrd around to third base. Let's cash it in. Cash it in on the doorstep.
The pitch that Pedro hit was the sixth pitch of the at-bat. In comparison, it took Francisco Liriano 6 pitches to get out of the top of the fourth.
That's win-win.
Well, Russell Martin, he's got a man at third base and 1 out, trying to get Marlon Byrd in. Alvarez at first. 2 on, 1 down, and Martin flying to right into second. He'd take that ball right now. Get Byrd in. To left field. That ball is going to drop in fair. Byrd will score. Alvarez into third. It is 3-1 Pirates. Russell Martin with an RBI. His 53rd.
And Pedro seeing that ball and seeing it early enough to know that it was going to drop. He's able to scamper around to third base. Brian Price, pitching coach, wants to have a little chat with Mr. Latos.
Allegheny Health Network Supermo showing us Russ's swing. And with Ludwig playing over toward the gap, he had to run a long way to get that ball. And Pedro with a great read off the bat.
Yep. Little stutter step to just make sure.
Yes, he likes to run more than 1 base at a time, Alvarez.
And he can do it. Once he gets going, nothing wrong with Pedro's speed for a big man. Hey, when you got an inside the park home run under your belt, you talk about running. That's a long trip. That's a long trip.
Well, this crowd is buzzing at PNC Park tonight. 3-1, bottom of the fourth. Pitch to Mercer in for a strike.
Keep it going, Jordy. This is a big-time opportunity because if Latos gets you and leave those runners there, then he's got comparatively easy pickings against Francisco. So, tag, you're it. You get it done.
Oh, 1 pitch. We'll wait until the first. Folks around the North Shore early today. A lot of people on Federal Street, on General Robinson, on Mazeroski Way. all along the Riverwalk.
Because of anticipation.
Saw something really neat today, too. The Clemente family in town. And Ricky Clemente, Enrique, hasn't been here since 1992. Until after this pitch. And Mercer fouls it off down the right side. And I was walking on Federal Street this afternoon, right by Roberto Clemente's statue, and there are all kinds of people walking by. They, of course, they don't recognize Ricky Clemente. But there he was taking a picture of his dad's statue in a unique, private, pirate kind of moment. And it was just kind of interesting to watch.
Just stand back and take it in, huh?
Clemente's son taking a picture of his dad's statue.
2-1-2-1. Big time Clemente fundraiser down at the Clemente Museum. Wayne Reeder and his staff putting on a great night. 21. It's a big time number in this town.
0-2 to Mercer.
Whoa, they want it way in. And that's where they get it.
Evan Mesoraco, pride of Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania. He has been turned into a nemesis now with the Cincinnati Reds. He has been finding himself behind the plate more this year than ever before in a big league uniform. Jordy to right and fouled it off again.
Staying alive. Not that it changes your intensity or your preparation, but Jordy Mercer goes up to the plate knowing that it's up to him. It really is up to him. I mean, not, you know, Liriano can get a hit, but percentages are not with him. Hunkering down, trying to keep this at bat going, find a way to get that runner in.
Runners off first and third, 1-2. That's inside.
Just trying to saw him off in there with 93-mile-an-hour heat.
Liriano in the on-deck circle.
It's a good approach by Latos, but he's just missed too far inside of those two fastballs.
Well, with a pitcher on deck, important Mercer does something here to try to get Pedro home. 1 out. 2-2 the count. Chopper to third. And Jordy safe. 4-1 Pittsburgh.
Perfect. He just hit it slow enough. Safe at home. Safe at first. Matt Latos not happy about this half inning, the way it's playing out. Just a little chop. The break from third base. No chance there. And Mercer beats it out. Talk about a win-win situation. And give Pedro a little credit too. Also, that quick break from third base. Takes that play, any possible play to home plate, away.
In those situations earlier in recent days, runner at third, 1 out, ball hitting the infield, Pirates going on contact. We haven't had a lot of success. The Pirates have had a number of guys thrown out of the plate, but not on that one. Pedro able to run past it as it rolled slowly by him. First and second for Liriano.
So we can move him around.
And a throw down to second base, and Martin is caught. So Russell Martin way off second base, and alertly Mesoraco threw the ball down to second. And out on the base paths the Pirates didn't want to make.
Hung out to dry.
.265 goes that put out. Now there are 2 outs, and Liriano's got to swing away, and he puts this one in the air down the left field line, and that ball's just going to sail into the seats. Ludwig was positioned against the railing, ready to lean over, but it was out of his reach. Pedro Alvarez earlier on the contact play showing some hustle. Drive-by slide. No balls, 2 strikes to Francisco Liriano.
He works Latos, and the activity in the Cincinnati bullpen continues.
Well, Logan Andrusek warming up already for Cincinnati. Pirates up 4-1 in the 4th.
And some of that prompted, I'm sure, by the fact that Liriano is cruising so well. Dusty not wanting to let this get too far down the road.
The Cardinals and Brewers underway in Milwaukee, no score. Also Miami in Washington tonight. They're in the bottom of the 5th, also scoreless. Those are other games that affect the Pirates tonight. 0-2 pitch again. And again, Liriano fights off Matt Latos.
Jordan Zimmerman going for the Nats tonight. 18-game winner.
Liriano again ready for the 0-2. And a foul tip into the mitt of Mesoraco for strike 3. Pirates get 2 runs on 3 hits, and they leave a man. 4-1 after 4.
Sports is brought to you by Kia. To learn more, visit pghkiadealers.com. And by Day Automotive. We're going to make your day. Let's go Bucks!
Pirates leading the Cincinnati Reds in game 1 of this 3-game set, 4-1. Out hitting them 6-1 as we start the 5th inning. Our Day Automotive this day in Pirates history, 1969. Bob Moose no-hit the Miracle Mets at Shea Stadium. Moose walked 3, struck out 6, but the Mets would go on to win the World Series. This came 62 years to the day after Nick Maddox threw the first no-hitter in Pirates history when he did it to the Brooklyn Superbas at the age of 20. Maddox is still, to this day, the youngest ever to throw a no-hitter. Thanks to Day Automotive. We're going to make your day.
Yeah, that was fun to watch. Bob Moose. And of course, the Mets won the World Series. The Miracle Mets that year. Bob Moose also, by the way, led the National League in winning percentage with a 14-3 record.
15 pitches in the first inning, 8, 8, and 6. For a total of 37 through 4. You keep them in the single digits, Steve, as you know, you're doing something great. Let's see what he does here in the 5th, facing third baseman Todd Frazier. Frazier runs up to get a look at it, and it's ball 1.
He has been spotless. I mean, nothing out of the infield since the first inning. Pretty good hitting team, by the way, Cincinnati Reds.
1-0 pitch to Frazier. In the air to center, hit pretty well. McCutchen going back. He looks up, and this one is in the bushes. And it's 4-2, a home run by Frazier. 8th home run given up by Liriano. 4 of them have been from a Cincinnati Red.
Breaks the spell.
Pirates have not been giving up home runs here. It's just the 34th home run they have given up at PNC Park, the fewest amount in the majors.
And that had a lot of carry on it. I thought Andrew might catch up to it on the warning track. It just kept going. There's kind of a trailing breeze, but nothing dramatic. And that ball had a lot of finish to it.
A 2-run lead now as Zach Cozart, the shortstop, stands in. He's 0 for 1. And behind in the count, 0-1. That's 0-2 now on a weak swing by Cozart. Reaction by Liriano. He was watching and then
like a lot of us were reacting.
Yeah. To right field. Stays up for Bird. And there's 1 out in the Cincinnati 5th.
And you really don't consider it a warning sign or a red flag, but first two batters in this fifth inning have hit the ball right on the button.
Liriano coming into the game tonight at home with a 137 earned run average over the previous 10 starts. 0-1 to Devin Mesoraco.
One thing, he is just pouring strikes in the zone. Just demanding that they swing early, or else they're going to fall behind in the count. Just forcing them to.
He goes to right field and deep. Bird heading back, and this ball's off the wall. Mesoraco into second base with a one-out double. His 13th double this season.
And maybe it is a little bit of a red flag here in the top of the fifth inning. Another ball that had a lot of carry to it.
Two hard hit balls off of Liriano. Well, three really, including the line drive out to right. And Bird had to play this one off the wall and ended up getting a decent carom to play. So a runner in scoring position, and this brings up Latos, who now represents the tying run in a 4-2 game. And Latos takes a healthy cut. Latos is a guy who has hit home runs in the past, 2 of them against the Pirates in his career.
Out of his total of 3. He's big enough, isn't he?
He is. And he looks to try to bunt. Fouls it back. That gets Liriano in front of Latos. No balls, 2 strikes.
He might be one of the biggest men I've ever seen try to bunt.
You got a point there. Be hard for him to bunt the low strike. Got to get down for it. Did he go? No.
Close. Jerry Davis said that he didn't, so he didn't.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Latos. 1 out. Liriano stretch, checks the runner. Now the pitch. Struck him out.
Number 4 for Francisco. Nice to get to the pitcher with the way this top of the 5th is unfolded with some pretty strong contact. Get the breather at bat against the pitcher and then go to work against Chu.
Shin-Soo Choo has grounded out twice. Once to Neil Walker at second base. Once to Pedro Alvarez at third. Strike call. .284, 21 home runs. You get 21 homers out of your leadoff guy. That's some production. 1 ball, 1 strike. Shin-Soo Choo played on the other side of the state with Cleveland before coming over to Cincinnati. Inside. And
Liriano still hasn't hit a batter.
He still hasn't.
He can't cut much closer.
Came much closer in this pitch than he has with most. And Shin-Soo Choo has been a magnet this year. He leads the league, being hit 25 times.
Well, you know, his setup, his hands on the bat aren't too far from the inside corner.
2-2. Todd Frazier had a leadoff home run this inning that got the Reds another run. Mesoraco at second base. 2 men out. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Francisco Liriano ready to go. 2-2 pitch. struck him out. 5 strikeouts, and that now ties the club record for a pitching staff in a season. 1,192 strikeouts. Well, the 5th inning, and Latos facing the top of the order. Jose Tabata, who is 1 for 2 with a home run. 1-0 pitch. That's inside. Two balls, no strikes to Jose. Latos quickly into the wind. He's trying to get into a rhythm here and misses. 3-0.
Neither one of these pitchers are wasting any time. You know, seems like recently several games that have had some pace to them, including this one.
Strike 3-1. Full count to Jose Tabata. Walker waiting to come up next.
You see Chu respecting the power of Tabata and playing him to hit the ball the opposite way.
Popped up near second base. Brandon Phillips wants it. 1 out. And let's take it back to Rob King for another game break.
That's better, Rob.
Thanks to the former Pirate Aramis Ramirez.
Yeah.
Help out his old ball club. Pirates looking for some help this weekend from Milwaukee.
Appreciate you getting back to us, Rob.
In Washington, the Nationals have taken a 3-0 lead over Miami. They've been a scoreless game for a while. Walker takes a strike. They're playing in the bottom of the 6th at Nationals Park. Up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, folks all around this region with Bucko fever. Everywhere you go, Pirate stuff. Great to see. Von Hertel was telling me that in Hampton Township today in the schools it was Pirate Friday. All the kids were wearing Pirate gear. And it wasn't always the gear that you'd see. I mean, there was some Clemente, some Stargell, those popular ones. Maybe even a Blast somewhere, but it's all today's guys. They're current heroes. Line drive right at Votto. 2 men out. Don't forget, Sunday's the final Kids Day of the season here at PNC Park. First 25,000 fans take home a Pirates scarf thanks to Highmark. Come early. #1 Cochran Family Fun Zone on Federal Street, and the final chance to run the bases for the kids. For tickets, visit pirates.com. Reds and Bucks wrapping it up 1:35 first pitch. McCutcheon bangs this one down to third. Frazier bare hands throws, and he got it. What a play by Todd Frazier. McCutcheon now 0 for 2. 4-2 Pirates. We're going to the 6th. Inside Pirates baseball tonight after the game. On this week's edition, Andrew McCutcheon gains MVP consideration, and Jordy Mercer heats up with his first 4-hit game in the majors. We recap the plays of the week, and there's a lot more to watch. It's a new Inside Pirates baseball presented by Allegheny Health Network. Debuts tonight after Pirates postgame. Robbie Inzmakowski and Steve Blass. I'm Tim Never. Glad you're with us tonight from PNC Park. Francisco Liriano facing Brandon Phillips. Phillips, first ball swinging in the air to right. 1 out. And Phillips is 0 for 2.
You know, I think we should point out, Tim, that the seats in this ballpark are painted green. Now, you won't be able to know that tonight because they're all filled, but in case somebody asks you what color they are, they're green. Or are they blue? Are they all blue? Okay. How do you know?
Because I'm looking at some right now. And I've been looking
at empty seats.
Somebody got up to go get something to eat, and you could see their seat. They're a dark color.
It's a bluish green. Yeah, blue.
It's a
once again,
it's a bluish blue, but the grass is green. When's the last time you saw your eye doctor?
It's been a while, I guess.
2-0 to Votto. 3 balls, no strikes. Maybe you could borrow Oliver Onion's glasses.
I think I better go have them checked, I think. Busted again.
A strike to Votto. Francisco Liriano with 16 wins. Leads National League left-handers in wins. And Votto will take one that was very close for ball 4. That's the second walk issued by Liriano in the ball game. He walked Phillips in the first inning. Missed by a lot. Votto aboard, and that improves his on-base percentage.
Another free pass to Votto.
He's trying to lead the National League in walks and on-base percentage. He ends up leading the league in on-base percentage. It'll be the 4th straight year he's done that. And since 1900, he'd become the first batter in Reds history and the 9th player to lead the National League in walks for 3 straight seasons. Barry Bonds was the last to do it. 2000 to 2004. Ludwig at the plate, and he takes a pitch. They want an appeal. It's going to be a ball.
Chance to get that call.
4-2 Pirates, top of the 6th, 1 out and 1 on. Ludwig tonight is 1 for 2 with an RBI. Francisco Liriano getting Ryan Ludwig.
Look at all that blue grass in back of him.
That grass is what color?
Don't adjust your set, really.
One ball and 1 strike to Ludwig. Foul past third. The only blue grass they play on that I'm aware of is in Boise, Idaho.
You worked there. You worked some of the games. About that.
One of the teams in Michigan, I think it's in Michigan, has a red field. One of the directional schools.
You've not worked any games there, have you?
No.
Been just visiting, maybe?
Saw it on TV. Tried to adjust my set. 1-2 pitch to Ludwig. That's low. 2-2. So Martin with the block, and that keeps Votto right where he is. We're talking about on-base percentage. Last 2 guys in the National League to lead the National League in on-base percentage for 4 straight years. Barry Bonds. And the other, Rogers Hornsby. And Joey Votto trying to make it a threesome this year.
Good company.
Little comebacker to Liriano. He'll look to second. Get one there. Double play. Yeah. Good play all the way around. Good throw by Liriano. Good turn by Jordy Mercer, and the twin kill ends the inning.
Double play, really 1-4-3 with Neil Walker. But the key here is what the pitcher does. Liriano not only accurate, but gives them a strong throw. The pitchers have a tendency to throw a changeup or get the ball back in their hand, but Liriano, this is not a made-to-order double play, but his feed to second base is the key.
And Walker the turn. I think I said Mercer going to break, but apologies to Neil Walker for a nice job around the bag.
Well, I believed you.
You did believe me.
Anyway, Francisco does a nice job taking this from his standpoint into the 7th inning.
Justin Morneau 1 for 2, and Morneau a base hit in the first inning. He's flying to right.
You're getting the whole crew down here.
That is a motley crew there on the rotunda.
And they're not all kids either. This is getting.
They're serious.
This
They're
is getting
very
real
serious about this. To center field, and Shin-Soo Choo will get underneath it. And Morneau's 1 for 3.
All hands on deck.
Marlon Byrd coming up. Face Latos. Byrd 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Driven in by Russell Martin in the 4th inning. And a strike. Balls and 1 strike. Latos has gone 10 straight starts prior to tonight, heading into this ball game, allowing 3 runs or less to the Pirates. But the Pirates have ended that string. Since 1921, he was on a list of guys like Jim Bunning of Philly, Johnny Padres from Brooklyn, Giovanni Gallardo of Milwaukee, and Johnny Saint of Boston, 1942, who had done that. And he's now off the list. As the Pirates have 4 earned runs off of him. Jim Bunning in 1964 went 13 straight starts. That's when the streak ended. The streak started. 64 ended in 1966. Long time.
It's all that stuff against the Bucks. That's why we got him the next year, I think, in a trade.
Can't beat him, join him.
Yep.
Parrott left her hanging there. 1-2 to Marlon Byrd. And the 1-2 from Latos. That's into left field, a base hit.
It looked like he kind of rolled over on it, but you know, you can roll over on a ball and get it through the hole, find a hole in the infield. And reaching out, bringing it back over. I thought I saw a little indication of Latos pointing to his chest, like my bad for missing his spot, perhaps.
El Toro at the plate. Pedro 1 for 2. He is 2 for 3. And Bird's going to head for third. No, he'll put the brakes on and go back to second base. But Pedro, a couple of hits tonight. Pirates have 2 on with 1 out.
Basically just kind of got it to Votto so fast that he couldn't do much about it, couldn't react. Maybe handcuffed him. Just out of his reach. Hard enough where he didn't have time to get to it. Marlon thinking, maybe not. Stay here.
Joey Votto made a diving effort for it, but unable to come up with that hard hit ball off the bat of Alvarez. Good to see Pedro a multiple hit night. Nice to see Russell Martin with 1. He's 1 for 2. 230 the average for Russ. Strike 1.
Action once again in the Cincinnati bullpen.
Oh, Steve, you remember what the buzz was like around town, and of course the early '90s and late '70s, early '70s, and the Pirates winning titles. What are you hearing now as you go around town? What are people saying to you?
Same thing. The talk is about the Pittsburgh Pirates. And yeah, I mean, and it's not just been recently. This has been most of the year. And to tell you the truth, a little surprised because of the late collapse last year. But I think the last 2 years they got a taste of how good it can be. And, they bought into it, and they've been rewarded.
Ball and 2 strikes to Russell Martin.
The thing that I keep going back to, I love to see the kids involved, because that's, you want to pass on this game to the kids.
Just saw Clint Hurdle. He was talking about that today, saying that the coffee shop is the barometer. He said that's the litmus test. Going to the coffee shop, hear what people are saying to him, the grocery store, the barber.
Oh, yeah.
One and 2 to Russell Martin. 2 on, 1 out. Bird at second, Alvarez at first. And Latos delivers. Ground ball to short. Flip to Phillips for 1. Back to first. That's the double play. No runs, 2 hits, and a man left. We go to the 7th inning at PNC Park. Pirates 4, Reds 2.
Shoulders now with Old Spice. Francisco Liriano. 5 strikeouts. We're going to show you 4 of them. As you might expect, downstairs again, and he's going to be looking for 1 more that would give him career strikeout number 1,000.
Sitting on 999 right now. Beautiful night. See the moon off to the left. Gorgeous, gorgeous moon as we approach the autumnal equinox. Fall beginning tomorrow. And Liriano will face Jay Bruce, Todd Frazier, Zach Cozart. And if he says let's go Bucks, he means it.
Pretty impressive look. It really is.
Pirates go into a shift for Jay Bruce and Bruce looks to bunt. Liriano fields it. Quickly throws to first. He got him.
One more example of Liriano when he makes the plays as a fielder, when he's forced to handle the ball. He has got a very strong, confident throw. Gets this ball, gets a little trouble getting a handle on it, but just like the throw to Neil Walker on the double play, he just turns it loose. There's nothing held back.
The Reds needing base runners, getting late in the ball game, and Bruce trying to bunt away from the shift. And that's, not a bad idea by Bruce. You're expecting Bruce maybe to try to hit one out of the ballpark or get a double. He's done a lot of both of those. But again, trying to get base runners. And you don't normally see guys, especially power hitters, bunting against the shift. And we've asked the question over and over during the course of the year, this year, last year, when we see more and more shifts, guys just don't do it. I think the last guy I can remember doing it was Garrett Jones, maybe 2 or 3 seasons ago in Arizona.
Well, it's ideal when you're the leadoff guy trying to get something going.
That's strike 2 to Todd Frazier. Frazier homered in the 5th. He's 1 for 2.
Baker bringing the ball club in that really was picked to win this division when we first started the season.
Lifts this one into shallow center, but out there to get it is Walker. 2 down.
And the Reds have 2 runs, but I'll tell you, it's hard to find them other than you're looking down at the scorecard, because Liriano has been so impressive and he's been efficient. Home run and then the base hit after the walk. Just 3 hits given up.
Cincinnati shortstop Zach Cozart is 0 for 2. Ball, no strikes. Well, Washington, Steve, playing like they mean it. 7-0 now over Miami in the 7th inning. Nationals have been very, very good. And since the 6th of August, the Nationals and Cincinnati have been playing some of the best baseball. Washington 28-13 since the 6th of August. The Reds 26-15. Boston 25-15 with the Dodgers 26-16.
Could we possibly say, I mean, or does it make any sense to say our sights are more set on the Cardinals now than the Nationals?
Yeah, you've got to look, I guess, at what's in front of you and who you're playing now.
Well, yeah, the immediacy, obviously, of this series. But
each time the Nationals lose, it trims a single digit off the Pirates' magic number. So, got to keep watching it. But right now, it looks like the Nats have that game in command tonight. The Pirates trying to take care of their own business here. Possibly with a little help from Milwaukee, who's up over the Cardinals 3-1 in the 3rd. Foul down the right side and out of play.
Nothing bad can happen if you win.
3 balls, 2 strikes to Cozart. Tonight is game number 154 of the regular season. 8 to play after tonight.
That's what they used to play a lot of years ago. 154.
Payoff pitch. Low, ball 4 and a 2-out walk to Zach Cozart. 3rd walk by Liriano.
154 is symbolic for me because my Indians in 1954 won 111 out of a 154 game season.
Pretty good season.
That's
really good.
That's a high water mark.
You grew up a Cleveland fan before you became a Pirate at the age of 18.
Yeah. Group of the Indians.
Swing and a miss by Mesoraco. 1 for 2. He doubled off the right field wall. His last at bat in the 5th.
Indians are doing okay this year.
Winning tonight 6-1 in the 6th over Houston. And the 0-1 pitch coming. Missed for a ball, 1-1.
Cleveland very much in the mix. What, half a game out? But, a crazy list going on in the American League for wild card stuff.
Texas and Tampa Bay are there. Cleveland's half game out. Baltimore 2 out. Kansas City 3 out. Good stab by Russell Martin there. Stop a 93-mile-an-hour fastball to his bare hand side.
Glove save. Francisco is still very tight in his pitch count. This will be pitch number 77. If you're working into the 70 pitch area in the 7th inning, you're doing just fine. He is scheduled to bat 2nd in the bottom of the 7th. Nothing happening in the Pirate bullpen.
2 balls, 1 strike to the Reds catcher Devin Mesoraco. Now it's 3-1.
And I'm guessing if Francisco, I'm not rooting for this to happen, but if he should lose the batter with a free pass, that the phone might ring. Still 4-2 ball game.
Waiting on deck is Chris Heisey, pinch hitter. To center field and playable for McCutcheon. This to get Liriano out of the inning. 7th inning stretch at PNC Park. Game 1 of this 3-game set with the Reds. Pirates a 4-2 lead. Everybody's standing up.
It's time for the 7th inning stretch.
Know your goal is near. You ain't battling your enemy to fight.
go Bucks.
Penguins coach Dan Bilesma getting into the act tonight. 4-2 Pirates, bottom of the 7th inning. And a new pitcher comes on for Cincinnati. What a night here in Pittsburgh. That's just such a gorgeous shot. Bird, Pedro, Liriano, McCutcheon. Johnny Rogers, what they want to raise when this one's all done. Here's Logan Ondrusek, who takes over from Matt Latos, who leaves on the hook.
Latos went 6 innings, 4 runs on 8 hits. He walked a couple, struck out 1.
Ondrusek delivers to Jordy Mercer, high for ball 1. Mercer with a base hit, an infield single that drove in a run in the 4th inning, got Pedro Alvarez home. Strike called to Jordy. 1 ball and 1 strike. Logan Ondrusek pitched in Wednesday's 13-inning game at Houston. It was a 6-5 win, completing a 3-game sweep for the Reds. And he came into the game in the 4th inning with the bases loaded, 2 outs, leading 3-2. He struck out a man and he stranded all 3. That was a big out for him to get in his last outing. Mercer fouls this one off.
And Jordy was able to grind out that last at bat, that little chopper that he beat out. Big run. Got to have the glove with you. If you bring the boy, you got to bring the glove.
Still 1-2. Mercer having a good month this month. 316 is average here in September. 2013, the most substantial campaign for Jordy in the big leagues. Last year, a cup of coffee. This year, he's been here the majority of the season. Has contributed a lot with the bat and the glove. 1-2 pitch. It's away, and it's 2-2. Double barrel action. Sam LeCure, the right-hander. Manny Parr, the lefty. Dusty Baker activates the bullpen late in the game. One-two pitch toward the middle. It is through for a base hit. And Mercer 2 for 3. A leadoff single for the Pirates shortstop in the bottom of the 7th. Catch all of the action of the 2013 Major League Baseball postseason on Fox, TBS, and MLB Network starting October 1st. We've got everyone leading up to that one right here on Root Sports. The 8 remaining games in the regular season are here where you're watching them now. Liriano will try to bunt Mercer over. Pops up the bunt. Goes back into the seats for strike 1. PNC, Pirates next champs. That's a new one from the sign store. I haven't seen that one before. Yep. Liriano hoping he can sacrifice Mercer to second.
Let's manufacture one more run. That fit very nicely here.
He pops this one up. Again goes over the backstop. 0-2. We'll give it another try. Glenn Hurdle is very pleased with what he has seen, the progress this ball club has made since he took over in 2011. Liriano gets it down. Ondrusek's only play to first with Phillips covering. And Mercer safe at second with 1 out. Let's go back to Rob King. He's got a game break. The Nationals are on fire. They are hot and trying to make a late season run. Might be a little too late for them, but they are still mathematically in it, and they know they can't lose.
I kind of liked it when Rob brought us that quick update when the Brewers got that 3-run home run.
Oh, Ray Searage shirt. You don't see many of those, do you?
Well, he's had a pretty good year. He's had a real good year.
He is a Hall of Famer from West Liberty College. That's through to center field, a base hit. Here comes Mercer around third. And Jose Taveda's got his second run batted in. It is 5-2 Pittsburgh.
How about that for some quick insurance? Well done. Base hit, sacrifice bunt, base hit. Small ball, yep, but get you another click. Mr. Taveda doing just fine here recently. Just fine.
Jose coming out. Allegheny Health Network Supermode showing us the contact. Also with a good jump. So Taveda in the dugout, he's done. Starling Marte has come on to run for him, and Dusty Baker making a pitching change. 5-2 Pirates. Big house tonight as the Pirates lead it by 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th, 5-2. Tonight's attendance 37,940. The 21st sellout of the season. Pirates extend their record number of sellouts to 21. Still 2 more home games to go, and big crowds expected.
The view is nice. The score is nice. The night is nice. Good stuff.
Marte back in the game. The new father. After he and his wife celebrated the birth of their new son last night. Manny Parra, the lefty, will face Neil Walker, turn him around to bat right-handed. 53rd appearance for Parra. Opponent's hitting .247 against him. Parra goes to first, and Marte's humming. He was going on the first move, and another out of the bases. That's 2 of them tonight. Not what anybody had in mind in the third base dugout. Marte knew instantly that the throw was going to first base.
Sit around all night and get out there, bang, get picked off. It's not a good feel.
Starling Marte leads the league in caught stealing. 15 times he's been caught now. That means he's going a lot. He's also one of the league leaders in steals. Walker takes the ball inside. 1 ball and 1 strike. All of Walker's 12 home runs have come hitting left-handed this year. Does not have one right-handed. Ball and 2 strikes. His average right-handed has come up. It suffered for a while, but left-handed .255, right-handed .235. Numbers coming into tonight, so add another home run for 12, lefty. 2-2 to Neal. Manny Parra. Parra's got some miles under him. Veteran lefty Liriano getting ready to come out for the 8th. On the line foul. Well, one question that Clint Hurley gets asked a lot, Steve, is did you expect this when you took the job here in Pittsburgh? And he says immediately yes. Remember his opening comments when he got the job. I want to rebond this city with a baseball team. When you look around this ballpark and you look around this city, that's happened.
Yep.
And he said this was what he envisioned. This is what he hoped would happen. It's happening. And happening in just his 3rd season. Strike 3 called. Pitch grazing the inside corner. We'll head to the 8th. Here comes Liriano. Pirates leading at 5-2.
Be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
We head to the top of the 8th inning. Pirates leading 5-2. Game 1 of a 3-game weekend series. Pirates put some space between themselves and the Reds. Trying to gain on the Cardinals with 8 games to go. How about the Rotunda? Just packed. And expecting more of the same tomorrow and Sunday. Chris Heisey is pinch hitting for the pitcher Manny Parra. Liriano gets ahead of him 0-1.
Kind of neat that you could think of 25% of your home dates are sellouts. Could be in that neighborhood.
That's nice.
More than that.
A nice deal. Oh, and 2 to Heisey. It's 2 for 14 as a pinch hitter. And he strikes out.
There it is. Number 1,000.
1,000 strikeouts in the career of Liriano.
With souvenir baseball, that ball will go into the dugout. Oh, with the help of the bat boy. Precious item. It means a lot. That's a lot of work. 1,000 strikeouts. Well, just about everybody standing in this ballpark. How neat is that?
Shin-Soo Choo had to duck out of the way of that pitch. He showed bunt. And the way that Choo plays, he's usually on the inside part of that batter's box anyway. And not only did Francisco Liriano get his 1,000th career strikeout, it sets a new club record for strikeouts in a season that was set last year. 1,193 and counting.
Tough way to get a strike on him. Yeah.
Nothing in 1 to Shin-Soo Choo. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, I can assure you that Francisco Liriano does not want to hit anybody right now. Very important ball game. Deep into the ball game. He's gone this far. I didn't want to give any free base runners away.
This crowd reacting to every pitch. Brandon Phillips is on deck. Second baseman. Little number past the mound. No, he got it. And Liriano will throw him out. Good play by Francisco Liriano. And Shin-Soo Choo is 0 for 4. 2 men out in the Cincinnati 8th.
And again, that strong throw to a base by Francisco. Follows through it that way a little bit, so that helps him get it. Heat on that throw over to Mono.
Now Phillips 0 for 2 of the walk. Feel this moment. ball 1 to Phillips. And this game started. If you missed the first inning, you missed thunder and lightning. Tabata with a home run to lead off the bottom of the first. Walker followed up with a solo homer. Back-to-back home runs. After the Pirates went down 1-0 after Phillips scored on a base hit by Ludwig in the top of the first inning. Tabata tied it. Walker gave him a lead. And a lead they haven't relinquished. Nice catch.
Is that a catch? Yeah, we had our first sky blast while it was still light outside.
Right. Strike 2 to Phillips.
They're working out in the Pirate bullpen if needed. Just the 90th pitch delivered by Liriano here, working with 2 outs in the 8th.
1-2. Fouled off, and Phillips will get another. Brandon Phillips is a pretty flashy second baseman. Has his own way of doing things sometimes, but the results are there. 101 runs batted in, 18 home runs. Up and in. And a 2-2 count. Six strikeouts for Liriano tonight. On the right field side, that'll make the seats. And nobody Sanchezing to get that ball. You may never see that again. Tony Sanchez did yesterday.
Well, I wanted to hold up one of those signs saying 9. I thought he flipped over there very nicely. Very clean work. It wasn't that raggedy attempt where you lean over and kind of half lean in. Pretty clean.
Strikeout number 7 for Liriano. Side retired in order, and Liriano punches out 2 of them. 5-2. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Francisco Liriano getting some congratulatory hugs in the dugout. His 8 innings, very good tonight. 2 runs on 3 hits.
Brilliant. He was brilliant tonight.
Andrew McCutchen will lead off. He's 0 for 2.
3s are wild. We only gave up 3 hits. We lead by 3, and we need 3 outs.
Touch facing a new right-hander, Sam LeCure. Jolly Rogers waving around. Chance of MVP with McCutchen at the plate. On ball, 1 strike. LeCure making his 61st appearance. Been used fairly often by Dusty Baker out of the pen.
Yep. Yet another reliever coming in with more strikeouts and innings pitched. 4th pitcher of the evening for Cincinnati. Latos, Brusick, Parra, and now LeCure.
1-1. Down on the line, foul. Ball and 2 strikes. LeCure's 61st appearance tonight extends his career high. McCutchen has homered in 2 of his last 4 ball games. 1-2 from LeCure. Outside, count is even. That started the night 3rd in the batting race. In a 3-man race between Michael Kadire of Colorado, Chris Johnson of Atlanta, and Andrew McCutchen. More than likely will come down to the final day of the season. Two and 2 to Kutch. And it hits him. And that hurt. And a warning has been issued by home plate umpire Mark Carlson. There is a history in this series. It's the 23rd time a batter has been hit in this series this year. Clint Hurdle coming out of the dugout. Now Dusty Baker will come out. And with 6 games remaining and a lot on the line, this is not what you want to see in the first game of this series.
Well, you don't want anybody on your ball club to get hurt at this point.
Clint Hurdle's a little bit upset.
Both managers out.
Each one's grabbed an umpire. They've each got a dance partner, and they're both jawing. And McCutchen, one of 5 players that have been hit by a pitch in this series. Not this series, but the season series. Only the Red Sox and Yankees and the Pirates and Cardinals have had more hit batsmen in their series. Red Sox and Yankees 25, and Clint Hurdle's just been run by Mark Carlson. So he came out to stick up for his MVP candidate. And tempers flaring here late in the ball game.
Clinton will get a big round of applause for sticking up for his player.
And you just hope that this doesn't set the table for many more of these over the next 5.
Just above the elbow and that upper arm.
Pirates not very happy. Jeff Bannister will take over, the bench coach. He will be the acting manager for the rest of the game. And then LeCure, it's just a little show-me toss over to first base. Again, another throw to first. And LeCure and the Reds hearing all about it. Meanwhile, Justin Morneau takes the first pitch outside for a ball.
And what these things create, too, Tim, is the fact that you want to send some message to Andrew McCutchen, if you're a Pirate pitcher, that whether it's intentional or not, I have no idea whether it's intentional or not, but eventually you want to send a message. Andrew got hit in the middle of the back the other day. You got to let him know that you've got his back. It's not so much a message to the opposing team, it's a message to Andrew.
A.J. Burnett taking notes. He's on the hill tomorrow night. Clint Hurdle ejected for the 6th time this season.
Pretty big lead.
It's a 3-run lead, bottom of the 8th. Justin Morneau with a hit tonight. He's 1 for 3. Two balls, 1 strike. Throw to first and diving back is McCutcheon. Dutch with 27 stolen bases. Cincinnati trying to keep him close to first. Strike 2 to Morneau.
And when I suggest a message sent to Andrew, I'm not promoting a brawl. I'm not suggesting a brawl. There's ways of doing that where you don't have to have both benches empty. I mean, sometimes that's justified, and sometimes it's overdone. But he's the man. Let him know.
Two of the top 3 series with hits batsmen in baseball involve the Pirates. Pirates and Cardinals have had 24 hit batsmen, and now Pirates and Reds with 23. As I mentioned earlier, Red Sox, Yankees leading the way, 25. Morneau to left field, and that'll be in the seats. It's down the line. Foul. Still 2-2 to Justin Morneau. Very interested Pirates up on the railing. Here comes the 2-2 from Sam LeCure. Maybe a little slow to get up. This full almost letting LeCure hear it every time.
Well, it's almost like Sam's playing with the crowd now, toying with the crowd.
And Morneau hits a ground ball to Phillips at second. And the hot dog play didn't work. If he throws to Cozart, they got 2. And Morneau's safe. They had a much better chance if he threw to the shortstop.
Well, Andrew getting a little involved with Brandon Phillips at second base during the tag. Check it out. Here comes Phillips. And I don't know if Andrew's trying to jump out of the way. I guess he's trying to jump out of the way. Yeah.
Gets a well-deserved rest for a moment. And what could have been a Cincinnati double play is not. And Bird will take a strike. And as many spectacular plays as Brandon Phillips makes, sometimes he makes plays that hurts his own club. Bird 1-1. Bird with a base hit last time up in the 6th. He's walked and scored. Unleash the Bird. And Bird's been the word since joining the Pirates. Warner off of first. The 1-1 pitch from LeCure. And Bird fouls it off to the right. Tension's high now. Late in the ball game. Game 1 this 3-game set.
Sam LeCure has not hit a batter this year.
Mark Melanson. He looks like he's ready to go for the top of the 9th inning. A look for a save. So he'll come on for Liriano, who pitched 8 very good innings. There's the 1-2. Outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. One of the most significant series the Pirates have played in a long, long time. The series with Cincinnati. Still an opportunity to win the division. The Cardinals, Reds, and Pirates each could finish anywhere from first to third, depending on what happens the rest of the 8 games remaining.
That's what makes an exciting and interesting September.
Cards down 3-2. They've added a run in the 5th inning. Milwaukee with a 1-run lead. Washington has 1, beating Miami 8-0. 3-2, and Bird fouls it off. Since coming to the Pirates, Bird's hit safely in 18 of 23 games. He is very happy about being here. He was thrilled when he got here the first night, knowing that he had a chance to be in a pennant race. Things weren't going in that direction in New York with the Mets. This after not being able to get a job after his suspension last year. Ball 4. 2 on and 1 out for the Pirates. Let's take a look now at the road ahead for the Pirates, brought to you by Nissan. Tomorrow, Homer Bailey starting for the Reds. He's 11-10. A.J. Burnett will toe the rubber. He's 8-11, looking for his 9th win. Then the final game of the series, Sunday afternoon. Bronson Arroyo, the right-hander, and Jeff Locke, the lefty. That's your Nissan road ahead. That'll wrap up the home portion of the regular season schedule. So those are the next 2 starters. Keeping an eye on things tonight. AJ looking pretty salty over there. I don't think he liked Andrew getting hit. Pedro Alvarez to face Sam LeCure with 2 on and 1 out. Pedro 2 for 3, a pair of singles.
Have yourself a night, Pedro, right here. 1 swing of the bat.
He went, says home plate umpire Mark Carlson.
Well, Pedro has a lot of friends in this organization, in this ball club, but he can make a lot more if he hit a ball over the fence right now off Sam LeCure. They say he went around far enough.
Bird at first. Morneau at second. As Araka with the signs, as LeCure shakes him off. Pedro wants time. And Bird and Votto having a conversation. We understand Joey Votto is a pretty talkative guy at first base. Just conversationally. 0-1. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. A lot of guys at first base who like to converse with guys down there. First basemen get to know a lot of players that way.
Well, also your first base coach is a pretty good judge of who is the chattiest. Rick Sofield did an interview with him 3 or 4 weeks ago, and he was ranking the guys. And Votto was up there.
A little chopper to the right side, foul. Votto back to second, Bird back to first. And the conversation continues. Alvarez awaits the 1-2 offering from right-hander Sam LeCure. Strike 3 call. Pedro voicing his disagreement to Mark Carlson. Well, LeCure picks up the strikeout. 2 men out now. He's caught the edge.
Picks up part of the corner.
Two on, 2 out, and Russell Martin at the plate. Martin 1 for 3 with an RBI.
Got a chance for another, which, by the way, would take it out of a safe situation.
Andrew McCutchen hit by a pitch to lead off the inning. Another breaking ball. It's inside. 1-1. And the conversation continues. Well, they have a lot to talk about.
And Sam LeCure is going to give him plenty of time to do it.
If they're catching up on old times or what. Another strike to Martin.
And getting back to that McCutchen situation, you know, every batter gets hit during the course of a season, during the course of a career. But when it's your main man, then you know, the picture gets muddier. It's a different kind of a feel when it's your main guy, and that's what prompts the speculation. That's what prompts the emotions.
Martin strikes out. Nothing across for the Pirates. They'll leave 2 men. And on to the top of the 9th inning. Mark Melancon coming in to shut the door. 5-2 Pirates. 7 strikeouts, including his 1,000th career strikeout. He's our Honda player of the game.
No contest. No contest. Got it done. This critical double play. 1-4-3. 1,000th strikeout. A lot of things to like about Liriano. And just piggybacking the great job that Garrett Cole did yesterday. It just emphasizes it once more. It's all about starting pitching. They set the tone, good or bad.
Mark Melancon takes the hill, and Mark has a Twitter account. He tweeted this earlier, looking forward to playing some playoff-like baseball next 3 games. Planning to get to the playoffs, World Series, then win the World Series. That was from Mark Melancon earlier today. And it has been a wonderful atmosphere here tonight. We expect it to continue all weekend, and even when the Pirates get to Cincinnati next weekend. And you have the sense that the players are playing with that playoff-like intensity right now.
I hope so.
That sense of purpose at this point. I mean, basically, when you're playing for position at this point, the playoffs literally start early. Start now.
The year Mark Melancon has had.
Trying for his 17th save. And he will face Joey Votto, Ryan Ludwig, Jay Bruce, facing the teeth of the Reds order. 3, 4, and 5. Andrew McCutchen looking at the arm that he got hit on. Checking out the bruise and the welt that he's probably got on that bicep. 3 outs to go for the Pirates to claim game 1 of this series. They have won 7 games and lost 6 so far against the Reds this year. Pitch to Votto, in for a strike. And Mark Carlson went out and warned Melancon when he came in about any retribution.
So does that mean if he hits him that he gets thrown out automatically, or is it still judgment?
And a check swing, foul ball. That's strike 2.
So that gets intimidating for a guy that wants to make some pitches inside. So if he misses and happens to hit him, he's gone. It's
no balls.
Kind of crazy.
2 strikes to Votto. Stay 0-2. Melancon looking to come back. Had a rough outing his last time out against San Diego. It was on Wednesday. 0-2 pitch. Got him swinging. 1 down.
They might not wait to stand up. They might start now. Yeah. Downstairs again. One of those swings over a pitch that's unhittable. We've seen so much of that from Pirate pitchers this year.
Left fielder Ryan Ludwig. RBI base hit in the first. Grounded out to short and hit into a double play. He takes ball 1. Ludwig spent time in San Diego with the Padres before coming to the Pirates. Ended up with the Reds. Had a good year last year. Been hurt this year. Shoulder surgery kept him out for the bulk of the season. And a base hit for Ludwig. And this is the approach that San Diego took in the 9th inning on Wednesday with the right-handed hitters on the cut fastball. An inside-out approach going to right field.
Well, you got to take that approach against Mark Melancon because he works outside so much. Not just inside outing the ball. Let's see, they're setting up outside, and you've got to try to push the ball that way because Mark works on that side of the plate a lot. Now, he'll try to come in often enough to keep him honest. It's not surprising that that's what batters try to do. They haven't been very successful with it. They were the other night and on that play.
Jordy Mercer playing Bruce right up the middle. He's got 1 play. It's to first. And now the Reds down to their final out. Good positioning by the Pirates, having Mercer right up the middle.
Now they're on their feet.
Well, earlier, this is how folks are displaying their Jolly Roger and a newborn son. And they are waving them all over PNC Park. The Jolly Roger flag has been the symbol of this year's team.
And it's only going to be more so. Two outs, top of the 9th inning. Todd Frazier at the plate.
Ground ball to short. This should do it. No, he throws it away. And the ball game will be extended, and this is going to bring the tying run to the plate. Because the ball went out of play, Ludwig's going to get home plate. And it's now 5-3. Looked like a routine grounder to Mercer that would have ended the ball game.
Clean pickup and then just caught a flyer high and inside. Pick him up, Mark. Pick him up.
Shortstop Zach Cozart for Cincinnati. 0 for 2 with a walk. 5-3. And the pitch to Cozart. To right side and into right field for a base hit. And again, another right-handed hitter going that way against Melanson. And now the tying run is on base.
Just out of the reach. Again, a good-looking pitch, but they're going out there and they are taking that outside corner away from Mark. Ray Surge wants to go out and have a visit.
Mark Melanson having some of the same issues he had in his last outing with right-handed hitters. He has been so good this season, picking up when Jason Grilli was injured. Jordy Mercer had a ground ball, could have ended the ball game, but the airmailed Justin Morneau at first base. And now, not quite a white knuckler, but getting there.
Yeah, it is.
And it's a Pennsylvania native at the plate. Devin Mesoraco. Ball one. Martin held that one in the corner, thought he was going to get a strike call. And now a pinch runner comes on at first base with the tying run there. And it's going to be the speedster Billy Hamilton. Hamilton's exploits so far in the minor leagues legendary as far as running the bases. So Hamilton, the runner at first base for Cozart.
And Dusty wants to get him to second base, get in scoring position.
There he goes. Martin's going to throw it in, and he is safe.
No surprise.
Well, Hamilton, for Cincinnati's AAA team in Louisville, has played against the Pirates AAA team, and they've had a plan that's been somewhat successful against Hamilton this year. The Pirates trying to employ it, but Hamilton didn't give him any time to do so. As he takes off, and now the tying run in scoring position
with a lot of speed.
And any kind of base hit, they're going to send Hamilton.
Because they can't hold him on. They've got to protect the base hit through the infield.
Hamilton's already contributed to a couple of Cincinnati wins late as a pinch runner. A lot of folks say they haven't seen this kind of speed in the game since Ricky Henderson. Two balls and one strike. Ball game in the balance now with Devin Mesoraco at the plate. Strike two. Melanson is one strike away.
You can't push that ball to right field because it's nowhere near the strike zone.
Second and third, 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Melanson will do it again.
This is one of those scenes where you've got over 37,000 people just hanging, absolutely hanging on every delivery now. It has come to this. And this gets pretty well close, right down to the bare essence.
2-2 pitch. And time is called. Reds on the railing, Pirates on the railing. Melanson on the hill. 2-2 to Mesoraco. Again fouling it off.
Well, Tim, they didn't say it was going to be easy.
Usually isn't, as you know. Crowd holding their collective breath with every pitch from Melanson.
The war will start again.
Another foul ball.
Robbie Nitzmakowski making the play down in the camera well.
Robbie trying to get in the game or protect himself, one or the other.
This situation really milking the emotion. It really is.
Well, the Pirates right now walking the tightrope without a net. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Tying run at second. There's a ground ball wide at third again. And Devin Mesoraco is fighting Mark Melanson tooth and nail.
Right, and he's fighting him on the outside corner or beyond. Check this location. That's not going to be a strike. Look at that cluster of pitches down and away. Interesting to see, does Russell Martin keep setting up out there? Let's see if he moves out to the side. Back in. They want it in. They want to try to go in.
Ground ball off the glove of Alvarez. Hamilton's going to come in and score and tie the ball game. It's 5-5. The second straight blown save for Mark Melanson. And the Cincinnati Reds have come all the way back to tie it down to their last strike.
And the perfect bounce for the Reds. Pedro couldn't get the glove on it. And you see Mercer coming across and the ball going the opposite way. And Hamilton obviously with 2 strikes. And he's going to slide. He doesn't have to slide, so he can dress it up a little bit as he scores.
So now the Pirates getting action in the bullpen. Mesoraco gets a pinch runner. Jeff Bannister, bench coach, acting manager, coming out to get Melanson, and Tony Watson will take over. Has been on the wrong side of the emotional scale as the Reds now smiling for the first time since the first inning as they have tied this ball game with 2 outs and 2 strikes in the 9th. And Tony Watson will take over for Melanson,
who gave up some hits but also had a chance to get a third out a couple different times with a ground ball to short and then a ground ball to third. It didn't happen. Talk about these teams being evenly matched before the ball game started in the open. Well, here we are, 5-5 in the 9th.
Eric Robinson, another speedster, comes out and he will run. Former Pirate Xavier Paul will pinch hit. And if you remember with the Pirates, when Xavier Paul was in the lineup as a starter, he did very well with the bat. But as a pinch hitter, didn't do so well. But he's doing well with the Reds as a .258 hitter, as a pinch hitter. 2 outs. Robinson, the runner at first base, and the 1-0 from Tony Watson coming to Xavier Paul. 2-0.
And Robinson has attempted 9 steals. He's been successful. 9 steals. He's been successful 4. Thrown out 5.
Remember with Hamilton, the pinch runner at first base, Reds took somewhat of a chance with 2 outs, sending him. If he was caught, it would have ended the ball game. But they're so confident in the ability of Hamilton to run the bases that they put the tying run in scoring position.
And they got the perfect bounce off Pedro's glove as Jordy was coming one direction, the ball just dying in no man's land.
Pitch a strike to Paul, 2-1. Of course, the error by Jordy Mercer on a ball hit by Todd Frazier to short would have ended the ball game.
It looked routine. It really did. And nobody feels worse than that young man right there.
Jordy seemed to rush to throw, and he threw it over the head of Morneau. Ludwig scored on the play. 2-1. Throw to first, and getting back is Robinson. Pirates will have to bat in the bottom of the 9th inning now tonight, and Jordy Mercer will be the leadoff hitter. Chance to make amends for that error. Again, the throw to first. Pirates fully expecting Robinson to take off. Tough duty for Bannister tonight. So he had to take over for Clint Hurdle after Hurdle was ejected. That's inside the line, a fair ball. Robinson around second, heading for third. Marte picks it up. And the Reds with runners at the corners. The go-ahead run is at third base. Xavier Paul, a pinch hit base hit. Fourth hit of the inning for Cincinnati.
Right inside the base.
Boy, oh boy, Steve, and the Pirates, who've been so good this year when leading after 8 innings. 75-3 when leading after 8. Having trouble closing it down tonight. More than trouble. Shin-Soo Choo at the plate. He takes a strike.
And now certainly Russell Martin has to be on high alert. The runner at third base. All these left-handers have a lot of movement on the ball, so got to be on his toes.
Pirates couldn't hold a 3-run lead in the 9th. Reds have tied it. Pitch low. 1-1 to Shin-Soo Choo. Two straight rough outings for Mark Melancon. Low, 2-1.
At the time of the Mercer error, 2 outs and a runner. 1 runner.
Tony Watson's 2-1 pitch. Run up by Brian Knight, the third base umpire. It's 2-2. on appeal is strike 2.
131 strikeouts for Chu. See if Tony can get him. Add to that.
Comebacker off the glove, and the Reds will not take the lead. Watson stayed with it.
Way to go, Tony. I thought that was a done deal at first base for the Reds. Huge hustle by Tony Watson.
Perhaps a game-saving play by Tony Watson as he recovers and gets it to Morneau just in time ahead of a head-first slide. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth. He never gave up on this ball hit by Shin-Soo Choo.
See, as a left-hander, he's facing over toward third base. Unbelievable hustle and throwing on the move. That is one outstanding play, and I hope we can come back to that. They thought they had it. I'll be honest with you, I thought they had it too. Great work.
Good look right there. Shows he got him. All 3 runs the Reds scored unearned. But unfortunately, they all count. So Hamilton remains in the game in center field. Ryan Hannigan is the new catcher. And Sam LeCure remains on the hill. And Cesar Asturias moves out to play shortstop. Oh, J.J. Hoover is on the hill as LeCure has sat down. So Hoover delivers strike 1.
Nobody more anxious to get up to the plate here. Jordy Mercer.
Well, Travis Snyder pinch hitting for him, and he pops this one foul, and there's one out. So Snyder pops out as a pinch hitter. This will bring up Garrett Jones. Pirates hoping for one good swing out of Garrett. Jordy Mercer made the error with 2 outs in the 9th that extended the game. Allowed the Reds to keep the door open a crack, and then they kicked it open. Garrett Jones wants time, gets time. And the Parrot doing what many are doing perhaps right now and praying. Faces were joyful earlier with 2 outs and 2 strikes in the 9th, and the mood's changed. Jones pops this one foul out of play. 2 strikes on Garrett Jones. Since the arrival of Justin Morneau and Marlon Byrd, Jones' role's been reduced. Trying to produce coming off the bench. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Hoover out of Elizabeth, Pennsylvania, born in Pittsburgh. And Jones hammers it deep right center field. It's going to be caught by Bruce just in front of the track. Looked like Garrett might have got a hold of it, got too much underneath it. And now there are 2 down in the bottom of the 9th.
Didn't miss it by much, thought he had enough when it left the bat. And you can see the reaction. A lot of people thought he had enough.
Now it's down to Starling Marte. His first plate appearance tonight. Down on the count 0-1. A 1 pitch, and Marte swings and misses. He's down to his final strike. One more strike, we go to extra. Mark Melancon giving up 3 unearned runs in the 9th. Kyle Farnsworth getting prepared in the bullpen. And Marte fouls it off. Last night around 9 o'clock. Starling Marte was born. That's why Starling was unavailable last night, taking care of some very important business.
I wonder if he could do what Rob Makoviak did 9 years ago. Rob Makoviak's son was born, and he went out and took charge of a doubleheader for the Pirates.
0-2, strike 3, and we're going to inning number 10. Pirates had this one. It slipped away. Now they'll have to win it in extra innings. 5-5 after 9. Season long, Jack Link's beef jerky. Feed your wild side. With Steve Blass and Robbie Ince-Mikowski, I'm Tim Neverett. 5-5, top of the 10th inning. Reds with 3 unearned runs with 2 outs and 2 strikes in the top of the 9th. Funny things happen under a full moon.
Yeah, it's wild, a 9th inning. Top of the 9th, as you're going to see.
Well, the Bucs now charged with trying to win this one in extra innings. Wind was kind of taken out of the sails a little bit here. This atmosphere is still electric. Hunt Barmas will now play shortstop. And the new pitcher is right-hander Kyle Farnsworth. Second straight no decision, by the way, for Francisco Liriano after having decisions in all but his last 2 starts on the season. And this one will belong to the bullpen.
So far, so good for Kyle Farnsworth.
11-9 for Cincinnati in extra innings. The Pirates 9-8. Jeff Bannister managing this game the rest of the way. Clint Hurdle ejected for the 6th time this year. Kyle Farnsworth will face Brandon Phillips. Phillips 0 for 3, takes ball 1. Farnsworth began the year with Tampa Bay. Talked to him in the clubhouse the other day about being with a new ball club this year. Second team this year. So that's the way it goes sometimes in baseball.
And he certainly knows how it's gone. He's moved around a lot.
Fly ball to right field. Shallow. Here comes Bird, and he'll make the catch.
All's well that ends well.
Farnsworth will have to face the number 3 hitter in the order, Joey Votto. Votto's 0 for 3. Two big lefties in the order do not have a hit tonight, Votto or Bruce, while the right-hander that splits him, Ryan Ludwig, is 2 for 4. Ludwig on deck. Side to Votto. Milwaukee and St. Louis top of the 7th inning at Miller Park. 4-3 Brewers. 2-0.
Dangerous business. Pitching behind in the count to Joey Votto.
For the 2-0 pitch is Votto to left field. Marte over to the corner. He leads, and that ball is gone. A home run for Votto. It's 6-5 Cincinnati. Fourth home run for the Reds' first baseman as he goes the opposite field down the line and gives the Reds their first lead since the first inning.
Just inside the foul pole. The shortest home run you can get in the ballpark.
It's the cheapest home run you can get here, and he got it. Now the Reds, with a one-run lead, get their big lefty up in the bullpen. And Ludwig has his third hit of the night. Aroldis Chapman now throwing. Last year in the 10th inning, the Pirates got to him and beat him in extra innings in Cincinnati in the game. Andrew McCutchen will bat second in the bottom of the 10th inning. He and Chapman have a bit of a history. Pitch to Jay Bruce is high for a ball. If the Reds pull this one off tonight, Steve, they'll pull into a second place tie with the Pirates. At one point, they were 7 games in back of the Pirates in early August. This one got away if it gets away. If the Reds do win, this is just one that got away. Pirates let it slip. But their bat still with something to say about it in the bottom of the inning. Two balls, no strikes to Bruce. Strike two, 2-1. Picture tells a story.
Right now, it feels, and yeah, there is more work to be done by everybody. But boy, right now, got to feel like they got punched in the gut again, like they did, like they felt the other night
On Wednesday against San Diego. They had the game won, and it was a 2-1 game they were trying to win. Ended up losing 3-2. Walker will lead off in the 10th, followed by McCutchen. Morneau will bat third. Two pitch. Count is full, 3-2. Farnsworth with a full count on Jay Bruce.
Pirate fans are wearing it on their faces.
Smothered by Walker. They get one. Safe at first.
Another save. Really good play by Neal.
2 men out for the Reds. Smothered it with his body. Looked like the ball went under his glove and his bare hand stopped it. Allegheny Health Network Supermo showing us that.
Got loose on the ground, and you can wind up sometimes just with your body laying on the ball. Fortunately, he was up a little bit, and the ball went from the glove on the ground to the bare hand, and they were able to get that lead runner.
Todd Frazier.
Tough to get outs here in the 9th and 10th.
Todd Frazier at the plate. He homered in the 5th. And he was the guy who would have ended the game with a ground ball to shortstop with 2 outs in the 9th. And that's the one that Mercer's throw caught a flyer on. But he feels worse than Jordy right now. He knows that would have ended the game, and the Pirates would have had a 3-run victory at 5-2. Cardinals have now tied the Brewers 4-4 in the 7th. Want to know to Frazier. Farnsworth, a well-traveled veteran, used to be a real hard thrower when he came up with the Cubs. He was with the Cubs for a while. Fly ball, foul ground. Justin Morneau chasing it. It'll be a strike to Frazier. Brian Morris on the hill for the Pirates in the pen. And Chapman ready to go for the Reds. Will be on at the bottom of the 10th. Joey Votto puts the Reds in front with a home run. And it's now 2-1 to Frazier. First to just getting back was Jay Bruce. Think about the range of emotions from the back-to-back home runs in the bottom of the first to now. There's a swinging strike, 2-2.
Ninth inning, top of the ninth, roller coaster.
Farnsworth's 2-2 to Frazier. A strike away from getting the Pirates back to the bat rack. Down a run. Bruce off of first base, stretched by Farnsworth. 2-2 pitch. Count is full. Bruce will run with the next pitch. David Paul on deck.
Even the kids know the deal and they're feeling it.
And that's low ball 4. This will be Hamilton. Hamilton coming to the plate with 2 outs in the top of the 10th inning.
Looks like we're going to have another pitcher.
Brian Morris will face Hamilton. Farnsworth being taken out. Joey Votto's opposite field home run has put the Reds up 6-5.
Brewers nursing a 4-3 lead in the 7th over the Cardinals until Matt Adams with 2 out singles off Brandon Kinsler. Carlos Beltran scores. And guys, that makes it 4-4. Back now to Tim and Steve.
Now Slippy Rock's Matt Adams doing some damage for St. Louis tonight. And Joey Votto doing some damage for the Reds.
What about the local guys? Mesoraco, Adams,
Hoover, who has pitched for the Reds tonight. Maybe another local guy will have a say in this one as Neil Walker leads off the bottom of the 10th. He's got a home run already tonight. Here's Brian Morris, his 51st appearance. He'll face the speedster Billy Hamilton. Hamilton is a switch hitter, so they'll have him batting from the left side.
Pedro in at third base just in case.
Hamilton is a weapon on the bases when he gets on with nobody in front of him. He is extremely dangerous. 3 for 7. First major league start was against the Houston Astros. Stole 4 bases in that game. Last guy to do anything like that was Tim Raines with the Montreal Expos, and it was also against Houston when he made his first major league start. That was a long time ago. He stole 3. So Hamilton a 1-1 count. Bruce at second base and Frazier at first. 2-1. Hamilton has been talked about a lot in baseball at this time of the year, the last couple of seasons. What he has done in the minor leagues. 2-1 pitch, a little chopper toward the mound. Morris better hurry, and he just gets it. So Joey Votto's opposite field home run with 1 out gives the Reds the lead. The Pirates trying to come back. In the bottom of the 10th inning, 6-5 Cincinnati back in the first inning. After Tabata had homered to tie the game, Neal gave the Pirates a lead. Back-to-back home runs. 12th home run of the year for Walker, and his second in as many games. Walker, McCutchen, and Morneau, the scheduled hitters against Aroldis Chapman. 3 for 7 against Chapman this year. Not this year, but in his career, he has struck out twice. We've seen him turn around a few fastballs on Chapman in the past.
Well, he's going to have to try to do it here because take a look. 61 innings, 106 strikeouts. He has surrendered 7 home runs. But he is a handful.
Well, it's come down to the bottom of the 10th inning in game 1. Game the Pirates had in hand. Chapman's first pitch. 98 miles an hour, foul tip for a strike.
Well, I'll tell you something. You're looking for a fastball. You get it. Still tough to catch up to it when it's that fast.
One and one. Pirates need a base runner. McCutchen up next. Balls and a strike. Rally count. Need 1 to extend the game, 2 to win it. And Walker hits this one well to center, but it'll be caught by Hamilton.
How they do it?
1 out. Well, McCutchen now faces Aroldis Chapman. McCutchen's been hit by a pitch tonight. He's also been hit by Chapman in the past. Last August 3rd, Chapman going up and in on him, and that caused a lot of stir, a lot of conversation, controversy, and some anger on the part of Andrew McCutchen. And Kutch was hit in the 8th inning. That's kind of when this game slowed down. And that's probably what the Reds wanted. They wanted a different pace to this game. They were down by 3 runs. And McCutcheon hits one high in the air to left center field. This will be playable for Hamilton. Ludwig calls him off, and the Pirates down to their last out. And Gabby Sanchez will be called upon to pinch hit for Justin Morneau.
The veteran wants to take charge here, and does.
Last hope for the Pirates right there. Joey Votto put them ahead in the top of the 10th. Opposite field home run that just barely got over the short left field wall. Touching tonight.
One unhappy center fielder right there.
And Gabby pops this one up back of the plate. Hannigan will chase it. And it's over the backstop and into the seats. And McCutcheon is 0 for 5 over his last 2 games. Certainly wanted to contribute more offensively tonight. Pirates down to their final strike.
You get a guy like Chapman with that kind of stuff, throwing strikes and not being wild all over the place. It is such a challenge. There's just simply not hardly any time to react and adjust.
And the Reds steal game 1.
This one hurts.
The Reds and Pirates now tied for second behind the Cardinals in the National League Central Division. The Reds have caught the Pirates with 5 games to go in the regular season against one another. Joey Votto, an opposite field home run, got it done. Save number 38 for Chapman. Jordy Mercer's error with 2 outs in the 9th contributed to this one going in the loss column.
And as was the case with Charlie Morton, a really good pitching performance by Francisco Liriano goes by the boards. It's not fatal, but it is painful. It is painful.
Updated standings right now. Each team a game and a half behind the Cardinals, depending on what happens in Milwaukee tonight. They're in the 8th there, and the game is tied at 4. 6-5 the final score. Cincinnati gets a gift tonight. Let's go on to Rob King and Kent Jacoby.
Tim Inns